Wah, hello.
We're in our seats.
We are in our seats.
How'd you do that?
Spoilers. I made threats and I followed up on them.
Okay. You're moving. Why am I not moving?
Uh it was part of the blood pact I had to make. Unfortunately, to get us to stay in our seats, it was part of the blood pact I had to make.
I'm frozen in place.
Yeah, yeah,
I hate it.
I know.
What did you do to me?
Magic, black magic. So, Seekers,
I look at that image of someone confined to their chair. It's not familiar at all.
I know. It's not like I planned this out or anything or thought it would be fitting. No. I didn't think that far ahead. Tugging on collar nervously. Uh, so, welcome to the Cochrane Podcast, episode 21 of our mini series dealing with Digimon Seekers. And
Up to 2-3?
2-3, that is right. So AG got to meet some of the other members of the Sons of Chaos.
And he should have sat on the toilet.
And he should have sat on the toilet, although Mugemon did say, like, oh, you'd end up with hemorrhoids. Or he had this other great line where it's like, I'm going to laugh if you've peed everywhere when you cut the link.
Can you imagine?
Oh, he's such a brat, Mugemon. I am loving him more every week. Lugemon's great, continues to be a highlight of this, as he should be. It is his show, but I feel like this is very different, where this feels like early Ghost Game, where Jellymon was just like the best character in the whole show.
Yeah. It's almost like Lugemon is the protagonist instead.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really did enjoy this. So we learned that Operation Infinity Russia's using a Mugendraymon.
X.
Nation. Sorry, yes,
X.
not Russia.
Yeah.
Nation X.
Nation X with their balding dictator.
Yeah, with their balding dictator who has been in power for decades.
Yeah.
And they are a nuclear powerhouse of a country. Yeah, no, Nation X.
Nation X.
Nation X. Yeah, legally distinct.
Yeah, so they've been.
I'm sorry, I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way because they don't do a good job of hiding.
No, they don't. No, they don't, because it's all about hackers and stuff as well, and it's the first thing everyone thinks when there's a giant hack. It's Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, like Russian bots and nonsense like that. So no, I'm not saying
Russia or China, but I don't think China is a nuclear powerhouse
of
any kind at the moment.
No, is it China? No, it's North Korea, isn't it? Every time they try and launch something to threaten everybody, it kind of fizzles out, like bad fireworks.
Yeah, they did do something recently.
Into the ocean or something, wasn't it?
And it did explode, but again.
And I remember people getting upset because, well, rightfully so. I'm not saying that disparagingly, like, oh, they're getting upset. Because it was very close to Japanese borders or something. So it's like, here, lads, what the fuck are you playing at?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with all that's going on at the moment in the world, it wouldn't be surprising if they've made Russia the villains in here.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting, like, if we ever come face to face with hackers from Nation X, how they're described as talking. Like, if I see the word comrade once, I'm like, oh god, you went there, and then you went for like the stereotype of going there, like
their names are, what's his name,
like
Stroganoff.
Yeah, beef stroganoff and yeah, like the silly like pun names like that, you know. God, what was the other one? Shakeen Stoganov. That was his brother, Shakeen. Um, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, so Nation X is using a Mugendraymon to commit cyber crimes, and they've been pinning it on the Sons of Chaos.
Yeah.
So Operation Infinity is to just go and feck them up to, you know, for it's a revenge mission.
Yeah, basically, and to steal the Mugendraymon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is very fun. Um, we learn like AG makes himself seem like the smartest person in the room because he mentioned Operation Infinity to Ryusenji, and Ryusenji immediately went, "Oh, Infinity, Mugendraymon." And yes, we are sticking with Mugendraymon. Thank you, Digimon World Next
Oh yeah,
Order.
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
no,
saying that for a reason.
yeah,
We're
we
not.
are.
We're
No, we
not.
know it's Mugendramon or Machine Dramon,
Yeah,
but
but it's
no,
Mugendraymon.
yeah.
The game told us that's how you pronounce it.
To be fair, the game told us it was Machine Draymon,
Yeah.
but we're being obnoxious purists on top of it. And yeah, so they're like
Does that mean
ogres.
there was an Air Draymon last time?
An Air Draymon, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Air Draymon.
Marvin has an Air Draymon,
Yeah, yeah. Say that to translation mon, and they'll. Oh, I think we might just give them an aneurysm. But I'm half tempted. I'm half tempted. Anyway,
Put it in the episode title.
Air Draymon. But yeah, so and everyone's like surprised. I was like, "Whoa, you knew about that?" And it's an international mission as well. Like the Sons of Chaos, the code crackers are like assembled globally, it seems. And like we get really at some more lore on how like the digital world has no borders, but the countries you're situated in do, and there's geopolitical borders and things like that. And like, so
it's kind of expanding on the whole, like she was, Satsuki was saying, like you're Japanese students, therefore we can arrest you in Japan. That kind of thing.
that kind of thing. Yeah, no, and I do like because it is a thing. Like, I mean, how do you like? I know this is a very minute thing in comparison to like global cyber terrorism. God, this episode is going to make the YouTube bots just panic about what we're talking about. Like, but if we're talking about global cyber terrorism, and I mean, this is a very minute thing in comparison, but like, digital geopolitical borders exist. That's why we need VPNs for Netflix and crap.
Yeah.
You know, it is like that's there. It's that, but on a much more important scale. But we also did get a lot more lore on how, because there was that line like in chapter 1 at the start where it was like, oh, Grimm, has destabilized real world economy, or it's a threat to the real world banks and such. And we were like, okay, but why? Tell us more about that. And fair play to them, they actually told us more about that. They told us about how
their digital coin and
yeah, and that's why a lot of like what Nation X is up to hurts them, because if they control the crypto, that'll have an impact on the on
they
Digicoin.
stole like a billion
crypto
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we learn about like how Grimm basically became the European Union and just became its own economic bloc away from everyone, away from the dollar fueled trade that goes on in the real world. So that's
so the governments are worried that people will give up on actual money and just have their crypto, and that's it.
And that's it. And we kind of talked about that before. There isn't like, that is something that we could see happen. Like, I mean, you look at something like Star Trek and everything is just credits.
Yeah.
Right? And that has to have evolved from somewhere. I mean, you're never going to get all the nations in the world. I mean, if you've seen the world, you're never going to get them to agree on a one currency idea.
Yeah.
Because that will destabilize a market in terms of, this country was very, 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 very poor, and now it's on par with us. Why should we do that?
Yeah, because that's why they won't wipe out world debt.
Yeah.
Like, if they just have the power to just go, okay, no.
Yeah.
Just, just cancel it all. But they
won't. No.
because they want to keep the poor places poor.
Yep.
Although I read something interesting earlier that's kind of related to this.
Oh yeah.
There was a company called Tom's Shoes,
Right.
I think it was, and they did a donation drive kind of thing. For every pair of shoes that was bought or something like that, they'd send a pair to a struggling child, like a child
Okay.
in a struggling country or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And so many people bought the shoes, and they sent so many to certain places that they actually disrupted the economy over there. And shoemakers, shoe shops, everything like that, that were already in those countries.
Mm.
There was so many shoes sent over there that people didn't need to buy shoes, so all those places went out of business,
Ooh.
and it created a dependency then
The charity
on
of
the
the.
charity of the shoes because there was nowhere else to get shoes anymore. So
Wow.
they really messed that one up. Like there were so many shoes, there were landfills filled with shoes. Because like
Wow, that's yeah.
yeah,
You don't really think about something like that.
mm.
Like
It's like there might be it might be a poor country, but there's still shoemakers and
yeah,
like craft people there doing whatever they're doing. Like they
yeah,
might not be like on like they might not have like a fucking sports director or something over there, but
yeah. But they have
you know.
something, and people. There are businesses over there
Mm.
where then you get like you know the richer countries just lavishing them then with yeah
Yeah.
no
So
it's
it's like it's lovely that people were so generous and bought that many shoes that the company had that many to donate, but yeah, they didn't think about the
there is a
what would
knock-on
happen.
effect
Yeah,
yeah
because there were so many shoes in the country that nobody needed. Nobody
mm.
needed proper. And what the another problem with it was as well, a lot of the shoes weren't suitable for the climates that the people were in.
Oh
Like if they were in like kind of more deserty countries and they were sending them a load of runners,
yeah
like
like
trainers and stuff.
a pair of Nikes aren't gonna do you if you're trying to trek through the Sahara or something
Yeah,
yeah
so but they still because there was so many shoes, like it still put people out of business and all that, so
mm.
that the shoes that they needed weren't getting made anymore.
Ew.
So yeah, I was
That's
reading about that
insane
earlier.
yeah
I thought that was really interesting.
no it
And
is
just
yeah yeah
when you think about the cryptocurrency disrupting the world, it's kind of
yeah
yeah.
but yeah no but even on that like we were kind of saying before like in chapter one like and that's kind of where I was getting to like with the one currency thing
Mm,
the like banks here kind of look at crypto as this sort of now look it's not that I agree with the banks or anything but I feel like even crypto has handled crypto wrong
yeah, there's
but banks tend to look at it as this fad or trend and
yeah.
it's like look that'll die off leave it
If there was one crypto, just one
yeah
cryptocurrency, but they've turned it into the same as regular currency. There's so many of them fighting against each other. One
yeah
is more expensive than the other. One.
yeah and one's been around for like 10-15 years now so it's accrued its value and
Yeah.
all of that
So
stuff
it's
yeah
just, yeah, so it's kind of all over the place. So if the world just, settled on one thing. Sorry, the mic is shaking. Can you
no
see
it's
that?
okay I think I just knocked off it
Okay.
so I think I just knocked off the arm
Okay. Sorry, it just started shaking in front of my face and it caught my eye. But yeah, if the world could, just stick to one entire currency, crypto, like crypto based and in real life,
Hmm.
credits or whatever it is. But people won't do that either because they prefer their cash.
No, but that's
They
it.
said the government can see every penny I spend, and I'm like, that they kind of can anyway.
Like they know the government already knows how much you're making, so they already know what your budgets are anyway.
Yeah, like things that wipe out would be like, cash in hand jobs and stuff like
Yeah,
that. But,
yeah,
maybe if there was
but
a
those are kind of
universal.
illegal for a reason.
Yeah.
That's where money laundering happens.
But sometimes it's grand for a teenager for the summer or
Of
something.
course,
But
yeah. No, I mean,
if we had a world where we had the one currency and all that, maybe like because there wouldn't be like,
do you imagine getting the UK to agree to a one world currency? Like
yeah,
wasn't it? I seen it as Brexit has sort of come up again,
mm,
because people are not because it's the English complaining about what they voted for, and that's always a thing. But I seen this video on it came up on my YouTube feed, and it's basically sometime last year
Mm.
There was like a lot of hubbub over the UK being charged like €7 to enter the European Union, like your
Mm.
visa charges.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why do we have to pay this? This is the EU getting back at us
You
for
made
leaving.
yourself a foreign country.
Well, they made themselves a third country,
Yeah.
which is what these fees apply to.
Mm.
But these fees were already being discussed back in 2016 when they were still part of the bloc.
Mm.
So they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Their government should have, at least. But no, it's the EU trying to get revenge on us. They're being petty and hateful because we left them.
And how much customs do we have to pay to get
Oh yeah.
anything from your country?
Oh yeah, yeah. The amount of my customs fees spends in the last 3 years alone have. I feel like they double every year.
Yeah.
Um, you know, which is ridiculous.
Mm.
But
so many companies and everything have had to avoid shipping through the UK now
yeah,
because it's just too costly. They're going all the way through. Like I had a thing came up in my Facebook memories the other day about a parcel I was getting. It went to like Poland and then Germany and then somewhere else and then in France and then it came over this way and then it went up up to us because there was like it had to avoid the UK to not get hit with all those charges.
Yeah.
So it was cheaper to fly it to several other locations than just go through one country.
Yeah, no, it is ridiculous. Like every time I order something and I see it go, like I see it go to Germany and I go grand because I know it'll just go from Germany to Dublin and then come down from the Dublin offices. But when I see it go if I see something go from Hong Kong to Germany, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. If I see something go from Hong Kong to
Lithuania?
no.
No.
God, I'm forgetting every English airport in existence now.
Oh, English airport. Heathrow?
Heathrow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I go, fuck.
The reason I brought up Lithuania is sometimes, they come over to as far as Germany and then it's a one-way trip. But if they go to somewhere like Lithuania or Poland, then it seems to go to 2 or 3 other countries before it gets here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's that as well.
Yeah.
Some of my packages go from like Hong Kong to Bahrain and then to Germany and then to it's like what? Traffic postal traffic is weird now. But when like there was a quote from when like the European Union was being founded, and it was a quote from like some French minister at the time where it was like where he was adamant against the UK joining. And he was like, all they'll do is complain about it until they leave. And when they leave, they'll keep complaining. And I'm just like, oh my God, that was like, what, 50 years ago, that hindsight.
Oh,
like,
God.
I'll have to pull up the quote, like, and show you off screen or something.
Yeah.
But, so can you imagine getting the UK to agree to a one world currency? Like, that's just, and that's like...
Well,
and that's
even when they were part of the EU, they wouldn't pick the euro. Like,
no, well, that's it, so they're not going to...
like we did, and people were like, oh, we should have never done that, we fought for our currency and all this, but it's
yes, but I like being able to travel and not having to get hit with bureau de change exchange fees for
I like just having my money, the exact amount that I brought with me, when I go somewhere else.
Or if I tap my card in another country, I don't have to worry about conversion fees.
Yeah.
Like when we went to Iceland and I was like terrified of using my card. I was like, oh God, okay, so there's going to be the transfer, there's going to be the change in currency from the from the euro to the Icelandic krona, and then the bank is also going to go, oh, we're going to take a cut because you dared spend elsewhere.
And then an extra I don't know, $2.50 because you tapped your card, and then
yeah, like, but I'm ragging on the UK just because like it's been in my field of view, so to speak, in recent weeks. Like Brexit has created some discussion, and was it worth it? Like what, like, oh, we got our sovereignty. What does that even mean? Like, what did you lose for that? But anyway, look, this isn't the conversation for that, but it's kind of related.
Yeah, because in this they're talking about this kind of stuff in the economic bloc and all of that, and like all the countries are worried about it.
Yeah, but like
for the same reasons that they're, with the likes of a Brexit happening or whatever.
Mm,
They're worried, you know, the more places join this, then they might have to, and
yeah.
it's it's relevant.
Yeah, no, it is. It
Mm.
is. But what I was getting to was I don't mean like I'm not like oh the Brits are at it again.
Hmm.
They are, but
Yeah.
um but there are like there's other countries in the EU who didn't take the currency either.
Mm.
Like they're like kind of similar. So it's not just the UK who didn't take on the currency,
Mm.
but I don't think they're. I would need to look at hard numbers, but I don't think those currencies are thriving right now.
Mm.
Like um so I can't like the idea of a one world currency just in general. Like if you
Mm.
can't get people within the same continent to agree on a currency, I can't see expanding from that continent working either.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like countries in Asia, like you have China, you have Vietnam, you have Hong Kong. Like I know these are I'm not saying like these are all countries, but I'm just like you
Mm.
have these regions, that have their own distinct currencies and um cultures and ways of
Mm.
doing things and things like that. And I can't imagine they would be so eager to say, "Oh, well, we're all Asia. Let's all have one currency anyway."
Mm.
The yen might be depreciating fast right now, but I don't think they're in a hurry to join up with. I mean, what's the nearest country to Japan? you know,
Korea, China, yeah.
Korea, China, Australia.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
not
let's
gonna get Korea and Japan to join up. That's like more
no,
than, yeah.
no, more collar tugging.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, I think we're kind of getting off track a bit here. But
We are, but it's
but it's kind of one of those chapters again where it's like,
it brings up an issue that, is kind of going on in the real world a bit
yeah,
because there is a whole, I don't want to say a boom in cryptocurrency,
mm,
but it is on the radar now,
yeah,
and more people, like more people are losing out on it than are gaining from it right now.
especially with the
But
NFT fad that happened over the pandemic and things like
mm,
that, and like that plummeted,
yeah,
you know,
that
and
like
now it's AI, now it's AI art is the way of the future and all of
mm,
this stuff because these people can't do anything unique with the technology they have.
yeah. So but it's on the radar, and this is kind of
Hmm.
like it's working in a somewhat positive way in this, but it's scaring the governments. But it's where it seems to be working for the people.
Yeah,
So,
and that's every government's worst nightmare: the people having power.
mm,
um, but yeah, but like I do like that like AG is kind of questioning like, well, how are we any different?
yeah,
And he's getting laughed at because maybe they've never thought about it in that way, or they're like, you're right, but
yeah.
here's why we're the good guys
They're
here.
waging war. We're freedom fighters.
It's Sonic Sat AM. um no, but it's yeah, no, like I do like that AG's kind of questioning like the ethics behind like what they're about to do.
Yeah.
And then Tartarus joins the conversation.
Yeah, he
I was
just
not expecting that, like
yeah.
immediately. And he's there and he gives a big rousing speech and
Yeah, it's just his voice though.
oh, of course,
He
yeah.
doesn't even have an avatar from
But
what I could.
no,
Yeah.
but like none of the code crackers do. They're all avatars in the room anyway.
That's what I mean. They're all avatars, but he was just a
He
voice.
was just a voice, yeah. It makes me think of a big Sele meeting from Evangelion. Okay. Oh, you haven't seen Evangelion, right?
No.
So
I learn about it in bits and pieces from other things, but I've never actually watched it.
fair. Okay. It's a good show. I don't want to watch the Netflix version because I don't have an attachment to those voices.
Hmm.
Um but because they just redubbed it rather than licensing out the original dub. And I feel it was cheaper for them to do that.
Oh, probably.
I feel like that
Oh,
was a
probably.
cost-cutting measure where they went, well, if we just redub it ourselves, we don't have to pay Monica Rial. We don't have to pay
Mm.
Spike Spencer. We don't have to pay, XYZ actor.
Yeah, we can just get nobody who's on our payroll already.
Mm, yeah.
I don't mean nobody,
No,
but
but I know, yeah, lesser known actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, yeah. So it was probably cheaper for Netflix to do that. But um, there's a so the TLDR version of Evangelion is something called the second impact happened,
Right.
and it basically caused like this apocalypse where these eldritch abominations known as angels descend and terrorize humanity.
Right.
So this government agency known as Nerve set up this Evangelion project where they use these robots who might be more than robots to fend off against the angel threat, and there's
Okay.
a lot of like
So
religious
it's
subtext, and there's
yeah,
things like that.
it's kind of reminding me of what's that? What's the kaiju movie? Pacific Rim.
Kind of.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's monsters, and the government developed robots to
Yeah.
fight it. Yeah.
Except the robots that they develop might actually be sentient and imbued with the souls of people related to the project. Spoilers. But
For how many years old show?
well, you know,
At this stage, it's your own fault.
well, yeah. But anyway, so I'm trying to TLDR here, so don't go.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want anyone going. Well, actually, I'm trying to TLDR this shit. But anyway, part of one of the government agencies is called Sele,
Right.
and this is the head of Nerve will talk to these guys like on occasion, and they are just monitors. He goes into a room and they are just monitors that light up, and
Yeah.
they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But
Mm.
they're just voices coming from these monitors. You never see the people behind them.
Mm.
They're faceless. They're anonymous. They're like Nick Fury talking to whoever,
Mm.
but without the visibility kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, so that was kind of what I imagined this meeting was like.
Mm.
But yeah, so that's kind of
Yeah.
that's
The
kind of
way Grimm is described sometimes, like sometimes it's just like, oh, it's just like, a social media or whatever, but then they're literally physically walking through
oh
these
yeah,
places. So I'm
because
like,
it's like what's it from Cyber Sleuth, Eden.
yeah, that's what I was saying. It's kind of reminding me as well. Like I suppose that's the same as Ready Player One.
Mm.
The Oasis you put on your
You put on your goggles and you
yeah.
go, and you can do everything in there. Social media is social.
Yeah.
You know,
Ooh.
you can tweet in real life at people.
Yeah.
You can tweet in real time, like having a conversation, and see, then you wouldn't get as much drama. Well, you
No.
could, except you can just pull out like you can just pull out the Iron Giant to solve your problems. God, imagine Twitter having that much power. um,
That's like that conversation we were having about why children and teenagers should not have Pokemon with like dangerous attacks.
oh gosh, yeah,
Like a stroppy teenager with a Charizard, your house is burned down.
yeah. It's that meme, or I say meme, like it's kind of been memed at this point. But there is like this web comic where a kid goes to sleep and he's like, "I wish Pokemon were real," and like a fairy godmother grants his wish overnight. And he wakes up and there's like I think it's like a Pikachu or a Flick. I think it's a Pikachu. Is on his bed and he's like, "Oh my god, Pokemon are real! You're so cool!" And it electrocutes him, and it's just a skeleton left in the bed. And then you look out the window, and Charizard is literally melting buildings.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, like that is what would happen if Pokemon were real. Don't wish for that, people. Don't want that in your life. It would not be as happy and wholesome as the games and anime make it out to be, where they have no personality, where the humans have no personality outside of Pokemon worship.
Yeah.
And
that's what I like about with Digimon and stuff, because people commit crimes with their Digimon.
Yeah.
They do real world things with their Digimon, and because there's like we were talking, there's no crime in the Pokemon world aside from
because you're
wahaha, I am Giovanni.
Yeah, like unless
but there's no real life crimes. Like
no, there's no petty crime.
Yeah,
it's always a syndicate or an organization or PETA
no
or
violent crimes or
like because you have like I think I kind of made this point during my Shield playthrough, but you're playing through the Isle of Tundra at the moment on Sword.
The Crown Tundra.
The Crown Tundra. That's sorry, I have to take the Isle of Armor and I kind of meshed the two together. I can make it sloppier. Anyway, But yeah, it's like there's just this bit where you go into this dude's house who you've never, like, you've known this guy for like all of 5 minutes, and he's like 45, 50, and he's
Yeah.
like, here, go into my bathroom and change, little girl who I've known for 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's the bedroom. He's
Oh,
like,
the
you
bedroom.
can come here and sleep whenever you want, and he has a wink face on. Now, in that world, that's totally normal because
Yeah, because
there's
everybody, because
nothing.
there's no crime or prejudice or anything. Everybody is just happy and wholesome, and dances around rainbows.
Yeah, but we look at the hikers in the caves looking for children to fight, and Peony winking at this child, inviting her into his bedroom, and we're like, ugh, because those kind of things do exist in our world. So
Just not in the happy-go-lucky context Pokemon would like them
yeah.
to exist. Um, but yeah, so yeah, so Tartarus shows up. He gives them a rousing speech,
Mm,
and then everybody mind links. AG notes that all of his companions all have like cyber Digimon of some.
mm,
They're he seems to be the only one with like a beast or a mammal or
yeah.
um. AG and Lugumon have a bit of banter about hemorrhoids and
Mm.
and peeing all over the room or whatever,
Yeah, because Ryosenji had told him to mind link somewhere.
where he wouldn't be seen.
Yeah, because if people walk in and his body is there, he's essentially a dead body till he comes back.
Yeah.
So,
um and then we kind of we flashback to AG and Ryusenji's conversation at the end of 2-2, no, 2-1.
2-1, yeah, the
And
video.
we get to see the video of like the first mind linker, really, and
Mm.
how they were strapped to a gurney, and then they started convulsing like they were like having a fit or getting electrocuted, and they
It's really,
for all intents and purposes died.
yeah, their mind went missing, so there's not much else they can do except declare them dead.
Yes, we got that term again, digitally missing in action.
Yeah, like
And
how do you track down a consciousness? Like,
yeah, and they've raised that point. Like we
yeah,
get a bit more lore on like the C line and the L and M lines that
mm.
like Yulin was mentioning
They
before,
had the
and
K line,
the
and
K
I'm not
line,
sure what
yeah.
that one was. Yeah.
So there's caution, and then there's the K and L lines. Um, so we got a bit more lore on that, which was good. I'm liking that they're taking these terms and not just using them once and moving on.
Yeah.
They will take the time to explain something
Yeah, like they've
next.
explained it twice, so if it happens to someone in story and they just go, "Oh, he's DMIA," we'll know now what that means, and we
Yeah,
won't have to flick back to go, "What? I think they mentioned that before." We'll have to look it up
yeah,
because they've explained it twice now from two different characters' perspectives on it.
yeah.
And
And even Ryo Senji was like, yeah, the police follow this to the letter.
mm,
So if you think they're ejecting too soon, it's not out of fear or like any sort of cowardice. It's because they value these rules that have been put in place.
mm.
And I just went, Satsuki missed the memo on that one then.
Yeah, that's why she keeps getting in trouble, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you think she goes missing at some point during the story, and
I hope not,
it
because
becomes track Satsuki down kind of thing?
yeah, like what would like I'm wondering, does your consciousness like
Well,
are you essentially a ghost in the
basically what
because
they
they said that they can't find the partner Digimon either.
yeah, and that's the bit that gets me.
Is it that the Digicore like it absorbs you and you become the Digimon, and but you don't have a memory, so you don't know what or who you are.
Hmm,
That's why they can't find them.
maybe. Um, which it
So
makes me
who
curious
was
about
Lucamon?
Lugamon's
Yeah,
memory issues. Yeah, like is Lugamon the first mind hack? Like, is
yeah.
Lugamon the person in the chair?
Mm,
Actually, can we talk about the image for this week as well?
yeah.
Where like all the information is redacted, but on the trailer video
It
it
was like
wasn't.
female, 19 years
50,
old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the name was there, but it was covered
It
up
was
by like the
yeah.
equipment or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they had the information, and then on the image everything's redacted.
Yeah.
Um, it's a creepy old image.
Yeah. Also, it says It's all like the person comes in and lies down on a bed and,
Mm,
well, not a bed, like a table
yeah,
with a white sheet on it, and they're strapped in, and then they have the headset with all the stuff on
yeah.
it. They don't mention this chair contraption at all.
I wonder if they are one and the same. Because,
Like, does it lie back and become
yeah,
that?
because it looks kind of reclinery in the image at least.
Yeah, but he didn't mention like sitting in this chair in a big
No,
machine and then being laid back, or
yeah, because it kind of looks like he's. No, that could just be the cuffs on the sheet shirt
mm.
thing that he's wearing, but he definitely seems. Also, he
Yeah, this seems to be a man, whereas in
in the
the
trailer it
that
was
was
definitely
definitely
a
a
girl.
woman, and it
Yeah,
said female on the
and it
thing
said
anyway.
yeah. So is there more than one video? Is there more than one
Mm.
case subject where this has happened to?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like,
Or was the artist just told,
person in a chair and
yeah,
assumed male.
yeah, I
Yeah,
would say that's probably more in line,
yeah,
but because we were like, oh, what if it's Satsuki? Because 19 female. I'm like, oh, well, this
yeah,
seems to be a few years before any of this, so maybe
yeah.
not. But
And then we said something like maybe it was Yulin, and maybe that's why she doesn't do it herself anymore or something.
yeah,
But I don't know. It could be anyone.
mm,
He said it was someone who used to work for them, basically.
yeah,
But, but yeah, and then they're whoever they are, they're DMIA anyway, so they can't be either of them.
yeah. And I do like that they went into that a bit more, where your consciousness fuses with the Digimon, and
Yeah.
then obviously what they were saying about this person, that their partner Digimon ran away then,
Mm.
and they haven't been able to locate it. So are they foreshadowing that the partner is going to be Lugomon? Is that how we get to Hell Lugomon? Like he starts getting more of his memories back, and then oh no, this isn't me.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's like
what? It's the RoboCop situation.
I was gonna say it's the what's his name in Star Trek when Tuvok and the other guy
Oh, the
become.
mind meld.
No, it's not a mind meld.
Oh,
They have the
Tuvok
like
and Neelix, they become one
Neelix
person.
become
Telix,
Tuvok.
Tuvix, something like that.
Something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
Tuvix. I think Tuvix.
yeah, something like that. Anyway, but they become one being, but they have the
Yeah,
memories of both, but they're one person now.
yeah.
They've just merged like perfectly.
Mm.
So I'm wondering, is it something like that? Yeah,
Oh,
Tuvix is definitely the name.
yeah, Tuvix. Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah, and then there's a whole conundrum on whether separating them will murder that person.
which,
Yeah,
yeah,
it does, but still, he's technically both of them. So
does he live on through both of them? In
yeah,
yeah,
but
that's
they forced it then. So spoiler alert.
well, we've two actors still on the payroll, so
Yeah, but that's what
um,
I'm wondering. Is it something like that then? Because it says that Digicore gets damaged or something, so maybe
mm,
like that causes the memory loss and all that, I suppose.
yeah,
And obviously, the consciousness being separated from the body is traumatic enough, and
yeah, maybe.
realizing you're now a Digimon, but not maybe not knowing you were a human
Mm,
before, you know.
yeah, see, that's kind of what I was getting at. I think it's the RoboCop situation because like RoboCop's face is only there so that his mind doesn't break,
Yeah,
because the human mind can't fathom looking into a mirror and seeing a skeleton or a face that's not your own looking back
yeah,
at you. It freaks out and shuts down.
yeah.
So the face that's on RoboCop's body
Mm.
is just there to keep the brain from, self-destructing effectively.
Yeah.
And I wonder if maybe that's a similar, like, oh my god, I'm, you know, Mike Hinagawa. Why am I a dog? Oh no,
Mm.
roar! I
Yeah.
don't
Like, so yeah, that could be a very
know where I pulled that name from. I just
I
needed.
yeah.
I didn't want to say. I didn't want to say Mike Wazowski, and then I went no Japanese, and Hinagawa was the first name that came to mind. I don't know.
I don't even know if that's
It's probably
anything.
no. It's I don't think it is. I think the brain just went this name.
Yeah.
John Smith, basically. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, then that would easily cause a big traumatic bad Digivolution then.
Because they even talk about the mind link limits
Mm.
through the evolutionary stages. the reason AG was able to stay in Wall Slum for so long is because Lugomon was still a child level.
Yeah.
But the more he evolves, the faster that limit is reached.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's like, is AG going to be forced to like eject from Lugomon, like when Hell Lugomon shows up, and then it's a whole thing of tracking him back down and bringing him back to his senses, and or does AG get lost for a chapter or something? Like, do we lose our protagonist for a few weeks, or
Yeah, I can't remember. Can you open it up again? He said something about some people have been found quickly or something, didn't he?
did he on the video?
Yeah, on that part of it. If you go in,
I'll pull it up off screen because I don't want to get the podcast claimed again.
no, I mean the story.
Oh, the story.
The video portion of the story.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like the trailer where they were like with the person in the chair. So this hacker in the chair has logged more hours mind link than anyone else at the time.
Yeah.
Their records in the simulator still stands, which is a weird tidbit to bring up. The video sped up and the test subject was laid down and strapped in. So he started in the chair and then got laid down. Okay.
Right, just gonna...
The gasp stole this question. Okay. What happened? Partner Digimon ran into trouble. We theorized this overloaded the mind link.
No, I don't mean this person in... I don't mean this person. I mean people in...
Oh, I know. I'm just sort of going through where we are, looking through it. As a result of fusing your ability to communicate greatly. I suppose. Imagine time link. DMIA. Okay. I think it's more that people are able to the C line enables you to get back quickly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That
yeah.
If you're like,
I don't
think just hitting that limit and you're about to be lost, you can be brought back.
Yeah, that's why it's the caution line. But beyond that, it gets more dangerous. I don't think he was saying that people have gone missing and they found them again.
No, not that. But I mean, like, kind of reviving them, like, trying to get again. There's no chance the hacker would be revived. Okay, no, it's just their body he's talking about. Yeah, okay.
But and just on that, like, this is grim, not the social media network, but just the idea is grim because they're just like, AG's like, okay, so that person whose consciousness went missing, what happened to their body? Oh, it's still in the lab. Wait, what? Oh, well, what else were we meant to do? And then like the story itself makes they gave up the ghost joke.
Yeah, they gave up the ghost.
Like they literally, it actually says like they literally gave up the ghost. We also learned that AG has not read the instruction manual for this stuff.
Yeah, that's why it's being explained now.
Yeah, which is a good reason, which is a good way of explaining why you have to do exposition, because your character is so...
Yeah, it's not like they had...
I'll figure it out as I go.
Yeah, it's not like they had him sit down and go, let's read the manual.
Yeah.
And reading it out to Lugomon or something, this is a bit better in that regard.
Like, even Lugomon's like, I already read the record file. Have you done it yet? AG, have you read the file yet? No.
What does he say? I learn by doing?
He says that to Ryusenji. I'm more of a learn by doing type.
Yeah, but that doesn't work when there's a risk of you dying at something like.
So then there's so they basically talk about, like, there was also this other grim statement in it where AG's like, oh great, if I go here. Where is it? Oh, here we are. So the vast majority of... I'm just going to read this out verbatim because it's fucking dark. In a funny way. Like, they do... As grim as this is, they do try and pepper it with some sort of lightheartedness to not depress the reader.
Because of how casual it is as well.
Yeah. The vast majority of codecrackers aren't found in time and die once their bodies fail. I imagine this would be your fate, the professor said gravely. Oh, very comforting. So he'd die in his 3 tatami mat-sized one-room apartment, and no one would be the wiser. His rent was paid via automatic withdrawal from his bank account. With his newfound savings, it'd be several months before an overdraft hit. meaning his neighbors would complain about the stench of his rotting corpse long before anyone else came to check on him. He'd just be another loner who died of unknown causes. Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah.
and then AJ's like, well, if you're lucky, you might be found and just put on life support for a while. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but nobody's come
unfortunately,
back.
yeah, not a single person who has been determined DMIA has naturally regained consciousness and returned to the real world. So, and that's where it gets into we can't locate the lost hacker's partner. We presume they've run off. Even if we did find them, the consciousness would have likely fused to the Digicore. Um, and he's like, okay, fine. So as long as I respect the line limits, I'll be fine. And then so Ryusenji then says, oh, for safety, I've set another line, the C line. So the Digipolice might not even have this. Maybe all they have is K and L.
Yeah.
This might be something Ryusenji has implemented for the mission.
It's like you can stay the tiniest bit longer, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It kind of just ends.
it just kind of ends. Yeah, like it ends on that whole thing about the Digipolice following this system to the letter, and that's kind of it. There's no real like this chapter was 2 conversations.
Yeah.
We got a good bit of lore out of it. We got a few talking points in just of, oh, that's interesting. And again, our conversations about how the stuff going on here would apply in the real world, and you know, I like this chapter.
Makes
You know,
think a lot.
yeah, and that's what I am liking about Seekers is when the translation isn't, you know,
Worked.
yeah. It does provide a bit of it provides its talking points and gives you something to really sort of think about, like this
like
cyberpunk future we're all sort of gagging for. Would it be all that worthwhile?
Like, yeah, I'm all for cybernetic body parts, please, but you know, some parts of the cyberpunk futures, you know, there's a reason they're dystopias, you know?
Yeah. So, any other sort of overall thoughts on this for yourself, or
Felt kind of like we were watching an episode of Atmon.
a little bit, but we've said that a few times. This is kind of like this story so far is kind of like if Cyber Sleuth and Atmon had a baby. Like it's got some nice elements of both, and Atmon really sort of made us think about.
Yeah, we used to have like hour-long discussions after an Atmon episode that were nothing to do with the episode except for one point that was made in it.
Yeah, it was like more the themes of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, yeah. Because anything that really makes you think about the real world implications of a story that's being told, I think is always very good.
Yeah.
And Digimon does that quite well.
It can do it quite well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it really doesn't.
Sometimes it doesn't. You know, like, but you know, when your story is all about being, when 90, well, not even 90, depends on the show, but when most of your story is about being in this other world where there are no immediate ramifications for what you do here affects the other side.
Yeah.
You don't really have those talking points because you just go, Wizard did it. Or Wizard Mon in this case.
Yeah.
And go, yeah, well, you know, digital world weirdness. It's kooky and it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
like that's
the digital world. Da 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 da.
But that's kind of like we've talked about the differences between Crosswords and Tamers because we're watching them now.
Yeah.
And the kids in Tamers are kind of stuck in the real world, and then we're going, that doesn't make sense in the real world because X, Y, and Z.
Like, speaking of, do join myself and Miss Megmon tonight for Digimon Cross Wars live here on YouTube.
Yeah.
We are recording this on Sunday, so we're going to be going live with Digimon Tamers very soon. But while you're watching this, be sure to tune in for more Digimon Cross Wars. Hey.
Hey, everyone from Tamers. Remember that funny talking point we had?
The one Meg fell asleep to? Because Tamers is boring.
But that's what I'm saying. Some of it, like the kids in crosswords can just do whatever.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they're stuck in the rules of the digital world, which are a lot different, and they can be anything,
Mm.
like anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Whereas in when it's all stuff and it's set in like gritty kind of real world as well. So,
Yeah.
but like you see things like they defeated Mihiramon
Yeah.
and they jumped down with their big
Mhm.
dragon thing and
Yeah.
people were standing there watching, but that was the end of it. It was never on the news. And we know that would never happen.
No.
It would, and you can't go, oh
Even
well,
back
that's the
then, right? You can't even say, oh well, 2002 or 2004.
people didn't have their smartphones out or whatever,
No,
but
but the news cameras would be there to record the metallic giant dragon.
yeah. And this was going on for once he hit that button or
Mm.
whatever he did, and that started like it was like a
Oh, the YouGoth thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
there was like a big light shined up out of the building or something,
Yeah.
and you know the news are going to be all over that
Yeah.
straight away.
And now you could argue it was Hypnos interference,
Yeah, but even then, like,
yeah, it wouldn't work that easily. There's
yeah,
only
you
so much
can't have
suppressing that a government or organization can
yeah.
do.
If that many people were standing there looking at this thing,
Yeah. Now you
it's not.
you transport that from 2004 to 2024, and
Yeah.
everyone has a smartphone. Everyone's putting it on Twitter.
And people back then would have had cameras. They would have had like they wouldn't have been
Yeah.
on their phone. Perhaps there could have been a photographer in the area for all you know.
Yeah. Like
And
I used to carry around a digital camera
yeah,
because
in case
but
you bump into someone, you get a photo, or you
yeah.
decide to go somewhere with your friends. You have your
Yeah, and but then
you have it all.
but then the phones had better capability than the cameras I was buying, and I was like,
Yeah,
why am I upgrading this every 4 years now when this, it's just all here in the palm of my hand
yeah.
now.
But like, what I mean is like we used to have like I used to have a camcorder
Mm.
with tapes in it that I
Tapes.
yeah it had tapes. It wasn't even digital.
Mm.
Now you could plug it into the computer and you'd have to play the video and record it through the thing. There was a way to do it, but it was old as shit.
Mm.
And you know it. But that's how we would record funny things or funny videos with our friends and stuff like that back then. Someone had to have an actual camcorder, but some people did.
Mm.
So if someone caught footage of that thing falling off the roof or jumping off the roof, that was it. Like you could dispute it online, but like it's there. It's evidence, you know.
Yeah.
So that those are things that bug me in when Digimon is in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah. And as
Didn't that
much
happen in a movie as well?
which
Was it like Omegamon? No, not Omegamon, the other one. They were standing in the water and there was a bridge and they had a big fight in the water and they were all adults. Everyone was watching from the side of the bridge. Was it in 02?
oh probably I mean 02 had a lot of like let's fight in the real world stuff, but Adventure had that as well.
Mm.
Like
Was
every
it in a
adventure
movie?
was it the Revenge of Diablomon movie
Was it?
with Imperial Dramon
Did they end up
fusing?
fighting in the
Yeah,
the big river?
I think it's the Revenge of Diablomon movie you're thinking of,
Yeah, I just remember. Well,
where like
in my
where
head, I can
Omegabon
see
falls apart and then becomes a sword.
that part's not sounding familiar, but I'm just picturing
Yeah.
Omegamon standing in a river and there's a bridge in front of him.
Well, yeah, but I think it's actually Imperial Dramon Paladin mode
Yeah,
because Omegabon falls apart Megazord style, where his
Mm.
shoulders just detach.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking of. But
yeah,
again, loads and loads of people saw that and did.
nothing about it, or got mind wiped by the Men in Black or something. Yeah,
Mm.
it just doesn't track where at least if the kids are off in that world, it's like, okay, cool, they're subject to the rules and laws and physics and regulations of that world.
Yeah,
You don't
'cause-
have to worry about a lot of stuff.
yeah, but when you put it in the real world and make it like our world,
Yeah.
it's like I know his name, Birdman, has that trouble with CinemaSins,
Oh yeah.
where it's like it's not our universe, even though it looks like it, it's not ours.
Yeah.
But again, they're people. They're going to talk. They're going to gather. They're
Yeah,
going to,
I feel like people are people.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of the universe that they're in, people are
Mm.
people and should react as people would.
Yeah, because
Being
people,
people, we would understand how people would react.
yeah, humans are not going to see something like that and just go, all right, I'm going to forget about that
Can
now.
you imagine, like, just because you bring up Birdman and Cinema Sins, right? Can you imagine if, like, the MCU movies just try to pretend the alien invasion in Manhattan never happened?
Yeah,
There was
nobody talked
no
about it.
news
And
footage of the Avengers fighting
yeah,
all these monsters. How weird would that be?
yeah, or like the blip happened and then everyone came back and
And that was it. What
that,
blip?
yeah,
But no, but they went, no, we sort of have to like be real about this. Like
yeah, the
some people
world,
some people blipped while they were in midair on a plane. We kind of have to be real about this.
yeah,
um
like it does have the world reacting, and like you even get, even in the like the early Spider-Man movies, you know, they're interviewing people on the news. What do you think about Spider-Man? You know, he's like, he's stupid and I don't like him, you know,
yeah.
or whatever he said. And yeah, and people, you know, it was brought up and it was a topic,
Yeah.
even if it was something in the background on the radio.
Yeah. And again, I don't want this to turn into our weekly I don't want this to turn into like a weekly segment where we just kick another element of the franchise.
No,
But
it's
this was
just
Ghost Game's problem as well.
yeah.
Like Thetismon was captured on video.
Mm.
Zasomon were actively fought against by the general public.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
People got turned into statues by the devil.
Yeah, they got turned into
People,
mice by a witch.
they were eaten by a vampire.
They were eaten and protected by trees and what was the thing that was eating them?
Oh, just Cherrymon protected them, but it was like the
Or no, the other thing was protecting them, was it?
oh, was it?
Cherrymon was eating them.
Oh yeah, and it was the not the green Shellmon,
Mm.
yeah, or something, yeah.
And like how did and those people like what, the ones who weren't eaten, they were just left go once all that was sorted, and they just walked out of there like they'd been missing people for weeks, like,
Yeah,
and there wasn't even one radio broadcast while they were sitting in the dorms having lunch or something.
yeah.
Going, uh,
Kids were hospitalized
mm,
multiple times. One of our one of our kids was groomed literally
yeah,
and nearly eaten. One like there were
that girl at the
there were
start
magic
in the
rabbits
first,
granting wishes and
yeah, and all the buildings nearly falling apart because they were using all
yeah.
the materials from them to create those things. Not one adult, not one. Yeah.
Uh,
If Digimon had established
a
something.
Kraken was twisting everything.
Yeah.
One of their characters got turned into half of a tree. Like, there's just so much that goes on in that universe. You're like, why is this not being like? Why are we not even getting
People were turned into
back?
lizards.
Yeah, why are we not even getting like? If you're not going to address it directly, at least do something like on a TV or a radio
Yeah,
broadcast where
just
it's like,
they're like heroes watching something and then Kyoshiro walks in and he turns off the TV. But
hmm,
they're talking about it on the TV, you know?
yeah,
Just something like
you know, and even if you have to play it up because of the nature of Ghost Game, even if you have to play it up as, you know, uh, you know, crackpot theorists or
mm,
you know, uh, in internet folklore stories gone awry, and
yeah,
you
or the
know,
people missing and it's like they're presumed like a kidnapped or
mm,
something, but the suspect has not been found, or you know,
yeah,
something to see how the real world is coping with just a magical bunch of missing people returning.
yeah.
You know,
But like, and that's all I'll say on that one because again, I as much as we loved Ghost Game, I feel like
we
I,
rag on it every week.
I
Yeah,
yeah,
but when we were watching Ghost Game, we ragged on 2020 every week. It's just the nature of it.
yeah, because you can only revert back to the most
Most
recent
recent thing,
element
yeah.
of a thing. Yeah. Um.
Yeah, but again, like at least in this, in Seekers,
Mm,
they say that the governments and everything are actively covering up
yeah.
digital world anything because they don't want the general public to fully know about it.
Yeah.
So anything that does happen that's something in the real world,
Mm,
like it makes sense then if the general public doesn't talk about it. You
yeah.
know? And the same, like one could kind of argue some of that with tamers, but not entirely. There's no way you're covering up a building exploding like that and then a dinosaur coming off it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, yeah,
Building
no.
explosion, gas leak.
Yeah, I mean,
But
13 Sentinels was that was a whole
yeah,
thing. Like it was a mech that destroyed the building. No, gas leak.
yeah.
You know?
But giant dinosaur flying out of the sky with three children, and was Terriermon, and were they evolved at that stage?
They devolved. They went up, evolved, got smacked back down to Earth,
And came
and
back
then
down, yeah.
yeah, and then
But
devolved.
still, three children, some plushies, and a dragon or a dinosaur
Yeah,
fell off a building,
and a hot
and
box. What?
yeah.
Who said that? What?
And people just went, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
be a move."
And an unusual. I think there is a trope for it. I think TV tropes calls it then unusual, uninteresting sight. And it's like, oh, that's yeah, oh that's not usually there. Oh well, and you carry on with your day.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a sort of limit to how believable that gets
Yeah.
when you're doing it repeatedly.
Yeah, and that's the same like in Cyber Sleuth. There were people in that were DMIA.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was the whole thing.
the whole thing. But that was like being recognized, wasn't it? They were trying to do something against Eden or something, weren't they?
They
weren't trying to shut it down, but
yeah, I think Kamashiro were
there were like lawsuits against them or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they were also footing the medical bills to try and keep these people alive, and they were in a special ward in the hospital that no one was allowed in, and
yeah, but it wasn't like a big hush hush thing. They knew it was happening.
Yeah.
So that's and like that's kind of what's happening here. And I like that because it makes it more real.
Yeah, it makes it more believable, and I think it immerses you more.
Yeah.
Because you're not going, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know, again, like anything, there's an element of where you will go. But they're making attempts. And I appreciate that more than just not
just suspend all your disbelief. Yes. No. You're setting it in my real world that I live in. There are certain things that, like it might be the future and you might have more technology and stuff, but certain things and people they'll act the same way.
Yeah. No, definitely.
We're up to an hour. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of non-secrets discussion.
Yeah, we kind of wrapped up the chapter talking about 35 minutes. So will we move on to fan art?
Yeah.
A lot of the fan art we've kind of seen outside of this.
Yeah, we went looking for some fan art when there was none last week.
Yeah, but like just in general, I think the algorithm has just been very polite lately.
Yeah.
So a lot of this you're gonna go, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. There was none last week, so we just went looking ourselves, and yeah, it just didn't seem to get updated.
Yeah, like my favorite one is there. We'll get to that. Where's the display capture? Nope. No. Window capture.
Window capture.
Every week. I will learn one of these days.
You should call it like art segment or something so you know.
Yeah, I probably should. So let me shimmy this a little bit. There we go. So,
click into one and see where it lands.
So we finished up here with the rolling Mugemon. So now we have the squirrel Dorumon.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
I love this. We saw this. Did we show this off last week? We did, because I was talking about one of the words because it's in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I said, it says that word twice. I bet that means squirrel. And then when I looked it up, it did.
Yeah. The squirrel Dorumon is adorable, though.
Yeah. They said because they mentioned him having a squirrel-like tail.
Yeah.
Ardea, that's the word. Yeah, because they mentioned him having a squirrel-like tail, I pictured him as a squirrel. Yeah.
And it works so well.
Does. He's so cute.
Like I would like, I know he's a dinosaur, but I would be more than happy if Dorumon got retconned as a squirrel.
Yeah.
This works so well. So kudos to Natashi Flame.
Oh,
it's a Flamel. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, Natasha Flamel. Well done.
Mhm.
This one's great. I still love this one very much. um, then we have just fire breathing doggo,
Mm.
which is from Sutumununu.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we were looking at a couple of them. I think did we show this one off as well last week
We
from
might have
Twitter?
done.
Yeah.
Like if you like, because again, this might just be a case of there was no fan art last week, so we went looking and we've
Yeah.
seen these already, but
Mm.
still very good.
Yeah.
I really do like this. Very fierce, very
Mm.
in the eyes in particular.
Yeah.
Very striking. And I
I
love
like
the
all
fur
the
effects on his legs. Like,
yeah, I'm loving all the blue coming out of his mouth.
yeah.
Really good.
Then we have Bulkmon.
Both one, yeah.
um, we'll probably end up seeing him in a couple of weeks,
Mm.
just based on the trailer. Leon was.
Bulgemon there, Jesus.
Oh, actually, I didn't even notice that. So sort of taking topic, so getting away from that. What I do like here is, hold on, there we go, just to keep it more there
Mm.
for the viewers. Um, I do like the field of vision. So like his
Mm.
hand is blurry because the camera is focused on the main body. So the
Yeah.
hand in front is I really do appreciate that.
Yeah. Good.
Mm. Yeah, artistically, I really appreciate that.
Mm.
Um, that is by Chef.
But SHFE. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many the letters and numbers there. We're not going to be able to call that out.
no. Then we have this awesome Brigade Ramon art.
Oh, by Corn and Key, two
Yeah,
N's.
so pretty sweet. I really do love this.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Nice and clean.
Um, then this one, like this whole
Oh,
Lugamon art, which is phenomenal.
I feel like we showed this off last week. And
Yeah, so do I. But
I feel like I said down cod pass.
yes, yeah. I think this might be the one. Also by Studenu.
Yeah.
Um, no.
Yeah.
Let's just say Sutu from now on. So again, I still love this one. It's great.
I love the hand off. It's like he's going, hey. His looks really fierce, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but not angry fierce.
Mm.
Yeah. Girl, you looking fierce? That kind of fierce. Then there's this cute one.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely seen that, but again, don't know if we should.
yeah, I don't know if we showed this one off. AG does not look like AG.
He looks,
Because
like a.
I think
He looks like a sum of himself.
yeah, he's just because I think as well he's just kind of hidden behind everyone.
Yeah.
Just because of his color scheme, he's sort of lost in in everyone else's shadows.
Mm.
Also, it looks like his eye is doing the Sans thing.
Yeah, it is.
Which I'm just like, oh, okay.
Because the Leon's is doing.
Oh,
doing
it is
green. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, I didn't even see Leon's. But AG stands out more because it's the lighter blue against all the black. And so I really Pultmon's adorable here. I do like this one. This is by
Ilhui.
Ilhui 1647. Then we have
Oh. Wow.
yeah, this is one of Ryudamon's evolutions. Oryumon. That is the mega level that isn't Alphamon.
Okay.
Alphamon can actually fuse with this to turn him into like a mode change.
Okay.
It's like Alphamon Oryu Ken mode or so. Yeah, Oryu Ken mode. So I would be I
Cool.
yeah, according to the dim card, this is going to be the mega level on it.
Okay.
But you can unlock Alphamon through the
Adventure mode?
Oh wait, no, sorry.
No.
Alphamon's a Dorumon evolution, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Duh. Yeah, okay. But yeah, he can still fuse with him though to get the Oryuken mode. So that might be something we see later on. Because
that
we know
explains the ponytail.
I was thinking that might be something we get later on, actually, Alphamon or Ryuken mode,
Mm.
because we know from the dim card, Fenrir Lugamon and Kazazuchimon are
Mm.
going to fuse.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if the two other mega
Mm.
levels fuse into like a mode change or something.
Yeah. What does the artist say there?
Hello everyone, my work Oryumon is here. This is one of Yulin's partners. Please enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Tanya PH?
On Twitter proper.
Tanya, yeah.
Yeah. Put an all like and retweet there.
Mm.
And then I really do love this. The
Yeah.
flame effects around like the swords is really
Mm.
cool. The lettering like shining off the swords is really
Yeah,
good.
it's really good.
I love the perspective shot of this sword
The
coming
sword
into
coming
frame.
up, yeah.
It's really well put together, and yeah. Then we have, I think, my favorite for the week.
That's so cute.
It's adorable, and I love it, and I'm getting Lappy vibes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, hey, Lappy.
Yeah, it's definitely giving me Lappy vibes. Like I
Oh.
need fan art now of Satsuki doing this, and oh god, I can't even remember her name in Astral Chain, who wears the Lappy costume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just
Arted the two of them together.
yeah, in their mascot costumes, that'd be super fun. Or even just the mascots costumes behind them, or they're holding the heads or something. I don't know what.
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, you have to see their faces. So,
yeah,
yeah.
Because otherwise, it just looks like Monzaimon and Lappy are in a collab
Yeah.
for some reason. Numamon does turn into Monzaimon. Like that's how that evolution chain can work.
Yeah.
So this like makes sense.
Yeah.
It's great. I love this so much. I think this is my favorite of the week.
It's so cute.
No, it is. Like I love the Oryumon art. Like that's so powerful.
Yeah.
But this just tickles me. Like this just tickles me. Oh, Tack Rider, of course. Yeah, well done. Just well done as always. I hope I know on the. Oh no, yeah, I already liked and retweeted this. Of course I did. So yeah, that's awesome. Then we have just these little shots of Leon waking up and fixing himself, and Pulsemon being very supportive. Oh, there's a second one.
That's after his nightmare.
That must be.
Yeah. Can chat see them properly?
Yeah, should be able to.
Desk in the way? No. Okay.
I will shimmy this down a little bit so they can see Sleepy Leon. And then yeah, so these are very good. Just some fun little sketches. I love Pulsemon's expression.
Yeah.
Like because he's a supportive good boy. Yeah, I like that a lot. More Leon art.
Oh god. Like that, the rest of it is great, but that face at the bottom there is terrifying.
The post nightmare face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, chat can't see it. I'll just put this back up here. I do like it though.
Oh yeah, it's really good. It's just whoa.
We just have him peeking over the desk. And that is by Mochi Kinchuk.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't need glasses yet. Awesome. And then we finish up with this adorable piece of artwork.
That's lovely.
Isn't it so pretty?
That'd work really well as like a holographic sticker.
Yeah. Like even individually or one big one like this. Yeah. It's again by Ilhui. I'm gonna pop in and like and retweet and I follow. To keep up with more of your art. So yeah, no, it's very good. It's very good. And that is the fan art for this week.
Yeah.
A few repeats because we went looking ourselves last week, but
yeah,
otherwise like a great selection of art and kudos as usual to everyone who's creating Seekers art and getting featured.
You scroll to that Numamon on purpose every time, don't you?
No. No, I just no, see, look, he's not even visible for the chat.
He's not visible for chat, he's visible for me.
I would never do something like that. I would never go out of my way to purposefully upset you. That's what you get.
For what?
You know what you did. Yay, gaslighting. What? Right. No,
Right.
not yay gaslighting.
No.
Don't do that. That is awful.
That's just banter, don't worry.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have anything else for this.
Do you think next week is just going to be the attack?
Ooh, yeah, probably.
Because they're just running straight into it.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, we did sort of gloss over that. Like, everyone mind linked, and they basically just went Leroy Jenkins on it and charged into battle. So next week could just be the fight and the attack. Maybe we see the Mugendraymon. Maybe this is where Leon comes in.
Yeah.
Has he been hired by Nation X? Or is he just like, oh, I know, there's a bunch of code crackers here.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You know, crack knuckles, go all judge mode.
Yeah, there's lots that could happen. Like, could the Digipolice get involved? Satsuki sees AJ and goes, "You again!"
Is this how he gets taken in?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Because they've seen him as part of this, so they take him in because he has knowledge of it now.
Yeah.
I still think he walks out of there because of Ryusenji, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And that's why Yulin sort of gives him a funny look, or maybe
Get
your
you
theory.
next time.
Yeah. That, or maybe your theory of she's in on it. That'd be fun. I think I prefer that over Ryusenji just posting bail money.
I'm not even posting bail money, just using his influence. Nope, he's one of mine. Don't touch.
Yeah. Cool. So, but yeah, other than that, we don't really have any housekeeping today.
No, just watch us tonight and hope you enjoyed Tamers.
Yeah. So we have the Tamer show to kick off in like an hour or so. We're doing 18 and 19?
Yes.
And then next Sunday will be the Tamers movie, Battle of Adventurers. And then the following week will be 20 and 21.
Yeah, and we'll post about that on all the social medias anyway in advance so people don't miss out.
Awesome. Right. Well then, that does it for us for now. Let us know your thoughts on this week's episode of Seekers down below.
Yeah, any theories you have? Anything?
Yeah, anything we missed that we didn't really talk about enough?
Anything we focused on that you think we're extremely wrong about?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Chat didn't correct me as much in the comments last week, so I must not have said something too outrageous.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are out of here. We will see you next week for more Seekers. If you're watching on Wednesday, we will see you tonight for Cross Wars. And yeah, and join us for our Tamers watch-alongs. They are live. So we're watching the Japanese version, not the dub. I hear people like it when you watch things in their original language because dubs are terrible, terrible things, and are abominations on society. According to Twitter.
But also, the Tamer's dub is apparently better. So, which is it?
Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out at some stage. Alright, well, till we see you again, everyone, take care. And, I don't know what way this is going to work now, but bye.
Bye. The joys of two different programs.
Can we get out of here now? Bye.
Bye.